Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Non-Classics. This is episode number 2111 and Doubleshot number 2005. I have basically one DC trade, one Marvel trade. First that we have is Superman Camelot Foes Volume 2. Collecting issues 658. 650, it's not 658, 662 to 663, 664, and 67, along with the annual 13 for Superman. You're probably thinking, the previous volume went from 654 to 658. Where is 659 to 661? 659 is another trade, and this I can't confirm. It's in trade Superman Redemption, and of course 666 there as well. As for 665, that's actually in 3-2-1 action. But you're probably thinking, where in the world is the missing issue? Issue 660 and 661. The answer is they're not in trade. I have honestly, any idea why. They're just not there. As a matter of fact, there's a good number of issues not in trade. Yeah, I don't really know the reason for this. Now you're probably thinking, despite the fact this is a Camelot Falls book, is there like one of these like complete like collections? Is there like a complete edition of the Camelot Falls book? Has that been released? No, there hasn't, surprisingly. I don't really know why. Now, mostly put, it's just Superman just dealing with various stuff. Dealing with magic, dealing with Santana. Not a lot going on here, not until I get to the final issues of this book where Just League shows up and helps him deal with a minor threat, and that's it. Yeah, that's really all goes on here. It's still pretty good. This book roughly 9 out of 10. It's done by Kurt Busiek, and Carlos Baccio does the artwork. It's interesting to say the least. The storyline itself was interesting for what it was. It's just that the problem with the storyline, the trades is that they don't finish collecting the issues. As a matter of fact, well, some of the issues are in different trades. Yeah, I think DC was at the time probably stretching as much as they can out of these issues, trying to stretch these trades out, because sometimes they skip issues for no apparent reason. Next up we have is Dr. Aphra, Volume 4, Crimson Reign. This collects Dr. Aphra, Volume 4, 16 and 20. Yep, it's basically have Dr. Aphra with this mysterious item. That does play a role in the end of this. That sets up the very next story arc. That's really the purpose of this thing. Now, things starts off with Quintess, but we start with the Tug Corporation, continuing the previous story arc. Where they take care of the assassin. And, of course, Dr. Aphra is reunited with an old classmate of hers, who is kind of crazy. And also, Santa Saros. She apparently is dealing with, and of course, well, they deal with various other things in this book related to the Crimson Dawn, the criminal organization that first showed up in the Hanzo movie. And here, basically, this is how Dr. Aphra deals with that particular storyline. It's basically her point of view from the Crimson Reign miniseries. The book does end with her becoming possessed by this crystal whip thing, and becoming the crystal internal, which the whole point of this is just set for our next story arc. That's all this book is. It's still pretty good. I think that, well, Alyssa Wong does an okay job with this book. With writing artwork here by Michael Young. Yeah, the artwork here is probably the best thing about this book. It's just that the problem with the book is, and I'll give this book roughly a 9 out of 10. The problem with the book is, and I have still felt about this since the relaunch, because this is proven to be, of the 4 main ongoing series for Star Wars, the weakest book. Yes, it is the weakest book. Because you got this book, Star Wars, Darth Vader, and Bounty Hunters. Now you're probably thinking, Nick, what about High Republic? That is set in the past. This is basically also in the same time period. Of the 4 main books, because High Republic is basically its own thing, this is still the weakest book. Not in terms of artwork, because the storyline, the writing here is not as good as the other books. That's just my honest opinion here. I'm still curious, though. Like, here's the thing. This book right now, the recent issue just came out this month, and this book is basically right now getting very close to being about the same amount of issues as the previous volume for the series, which, if you're curious, was 40 issues. And here's something really strange about this book. Did you know this book has never produced an annual? Yeah, it never has. I don't know why, but it hasn't. Now you might be curious, though. Where is Dr. Aphra's girl from the previous book? She's not in this story arc. Oh no. She will pop up in the very next story arc, so don't worry about that. Yep. But yeah, not much real much to say about this book. So yeah, that's it for Sick of You. And that's it for video tonight. So tomorrow, lots of anime tomorrow. Basically, looks like it's going to be... Oh boy. Looks like it's going to be 8 anime tomorrow. Despite that, I also have to go out. I'll be probably home late. Yeah. See you next video. Bye.